Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is RS Floyd 84, coming back with another comic book haul. I got a bunch of stuff to show, and I don't know whether I want to break this up in two videos. I'll probably save some for a different video, but basically, these have been some local finds. And then I went to a recent comic show. I actually went to two comic shows. I went to Motor City Comic Con, and then I went to Jim and Dan's thing we have locally. The Motor City Comic Con was a real disappointment. But I went there looking for a bigger book, and I should have just looked in bins and hunted for cheaper stuff. So I think anytime I go to any comic show, I'm just gonna hunt for cheaper stuff. The problem with the bigger books is they overprice those so much, and then when you try to haggle with them, they just don't come down very much. So it's kind of like just look through the bins, grab $5 stuff, $10 stuff, maybe $20 stuff. I think that's what I'll stick with. None of this stuff I'm going to show today I got at the Motor City Comic Con. To be honest, I think I only bought a few books there. I think I bought like 4 or 5 books, something like that. But as far as Jim and Dan's, I bought a bunch of stuff because, you know, decided to stick with the cheaper books. And like I said, I'm about to go to the Tennessee Fan Expo, so this time I know I'm not gonna try to get higher price books. But regardless, let's go forward. This is not from the comic show. These are some of the old Golden Age I picked up. This is Funny Folks number 12. I got it because it's a Christmas cover. And then I bought this, and it's not rare. People collect the Bonnet stamp, but Bonnet's is actually a comic shop near us. It's Bonnet's bookstore, but I bought this one because it has the stamp. And it's also pretty old, and I like the cover. Just wanted a couple Golden Age cartoon books, I guess. Reason why I bought those. Alright, so now I'm going to go through what I grabbed at the Jim and Dan's show. Everything I pretty much bought was either $5 or $1. So we'll go through this pretty quick. So I got Machine Man number 19, first appearance of Jack-O-Lantern. This was $5. I got the Jonah Hex final issue newsstand. Got that for $5. Really cool cover. I like that cover. Like final issues are cool because they're usually pretty low print run. ROM number 75, also a newsstand. That was pretty cool. So those were all $5. I think pretty much everything else I'm gonna go through was $1. So let me go ahead and pull these up. I've probably shown some of these in past videos, but I re-picked them up because I like to sell. I'll sell and then, you know, regain them. So Batman 451, just an awesome Joker cover. Got Detective 587, just an awesome cover. I think I've shown that, but this is a different copy. Got that for $1. Sleepwalker number 2. This is the first appearance of 8-Ball. Every time I see Sleepwalker, it's in dollar bins, but this book is always missing. So I was kind of happy to go ahead and find that finally. Really cool. Batman Annual number 14. Found that for $1. Cool Neil Adams cover. Then I found this, Batman 450. Firestorm number 24, the first appearance of the Blue Devil. You know, these are all in pretty nice shape for the most part. We got Punisher number 4. That's the first appearance of Microchip, I believe. All right. We got X-Force number 23. Really cool cover. Just bought that on cover alone. This is X-Force number 27. This is the first appearance of Locust. Got another copy of that. We got an X Factor number 23, first cameo, I guess, of Archangel. I think it's actually his first full appearance, but everybody collects the X Factor number 24 because it's, you know, honestly a better cover. But pretty sure this is the first appearance of Archangel. All right, we got Superman number 3. Just bought that because of the cover. Really nice shape. And then I transferred these to Mylar. Bought this. This is Infinity 26. That's just because it's a McFarlane cover. You know, if I see a McFarlane cover for $1. I did not pay $1 for this. I think I paid $14 for this. This is Detective number 576. That's the second part of that Fish storyline, and just an awesome cover. Love that cover. Is that Marshall Rogers? Yep. So grab that up. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. I got Dark Horse Comics Presents number 8. This is the first appearance of X. I recently picked this up on audiobook, and actually I really enjoyed it. Super dark, but really cool. So when I saw this, I was like, well, that's his first appearance. I'll grab that up. So might try to grab the other stuff up. This is Marvel Comics Presents number 45. This is actually first appearance. I guess it's not his first appearance, but it's an appearance of Hulk Hogan. And he fights the Incredible Hulk. So I figure I'll pick that up. This was another $5 pickup. This is Amazing Spider-Man 375. Love that cover. I remember buying that off the newsstand when I was younger. We got Marvel 2-in-1. This is the first appearance of her. Love that cover, and that was $1. I mean, can't go wrong with that for $1. X-Men number 317. I've owned so many copies of this, but every time I see it, it's first appearance of Blink. Just never. That's like one movie that did nothing for a character. This is X-Men 333. This is the first appearance of Baston. Baston? Is that Baston? Is that how you say his name? He was in the X-Men. He was that robot. This was $1, but it's in pretty rough shape, but for $1. I mean, Daredevil 188, iconic Frank Miller cover. Awesome. Love that cover. All right. Flowing through this. Batman Shadow of the Bat. That's the first appearance of Zsasz. It was just fun to hunt again. Master of Kung Fu, number 105. This is the first appearance of the new Razor Fist, I believe. And then Youngblood, number 2. First appearance of Prophet. You know, can't beat that for $1. And then I found these. These are Amanda Conner covers. She does some of these. These are not the expensive ones, but there is a few expensive ones. This is called Soul Searchers and Company, number 16. And just basically grabbed these because Amanda Conner does the cover. And then I found that one. Those are the only two I could find. They're fairly hard to find. So I always pick this up when it's in a dollar bin, and this is actually in pretty nice shape. This is Firestorm number 28, first appearance of Slipknot. And then I was surprised to find this for $1. This is Preacher number 2 for $1. So I think this is the first appearance of this guy. But yeah, for $1, there's no way I was passing that up. And then I found this. This is New Mutants number 16. This is the first appearance of Warpath. But more importantly, let's open this up, and I think you guys know what this means. This is a Mark Jewelers variant. And I'm just going to pull it out and flip to the page. just, you know, a nice key issue. Oh, is that stuck? Okay, there we go. Nice key issue. There's the Mark Jewelers. You know, this is probably an expensive book. I didn't really look it up, but I'm sure it's more. I paid $5 for it, and I'm sure I can definitely get way more than $5. And then the last book at the comic show, and I'm going to show more books, but this was the last book I got. This is X-Men, and this is Marvel graphic novel number 5. Other than the Batman detective comic, this is the second most I spent, and this was $10. So it's a first print, and it's in pretty nice shape, real nice shape actually. But it's God Loves, Man Kills, very famous Stryker storyline, and I'm pretty sure this is considered Chris Claremont's one of his best works. So that was the Jim and Dan's comic show. So had a fun time hunting and stuff, and you know, seen some friends that I know up there. So pretty good time. Enjoyed it. So I'm gonna do some more of that. Like I said, don't look for big keys at shows. Now this, what I'm gonna show you here. Some of this stuff was from Half Price Books. Some of it was just, you know, this is Robin number 7. Obviously grabbed it because it's a DC Universe. Not a rare one, but when I went to the Motor City Comic Con, I got the Battle Beast blind bag. I did open it. It's the 1 in 25 variant, so I didn't get any of the special ones. But basically, I went to the Motor City Comic Con. We went to a comic shop in Toledo, Ohio. And he had one left, and he asked if I wanted it. And I was like, why not? You know, it was kind of disappointing. Like I said, I think I found 4 books. And that was about it. I think I'll show some of those today. And then one's still on my wall. Maybe I'll show it in a different haul, but there's that. Found a couple romance, teenage love from Charlton, number 55. And then Love Diary. These were $2 a piece. So wasn't going to pass up on those for $2. They're probably mid-grade. So, you know, romance novels. A buddy hooked me up with these for free. So I got Jonah Hex or Weird World Western Tales number 25. Got number 27. He's such a nice friend of mine. And then Weird Western Tales number 28. He also got me into foreign comics. So basically I picked up the Spanish version, Juan Pistola. And then I got a Spanish Bugs Bunny. And these were all $1. So those 2 were $1. Then these were some dollar books at Half Price Books. Nothing significant. The DC Universe was the best book I got from there, but we got Scarlet number 1. I basically got this to read it. I haven't read it yet, but I think I'm going to read it. This one is Duo Power Bomb number 1. Got that to read it. These are all $1. This is Captain America number 1. This is the issue he's revealed to be part of Hydra. Then we got Ultimate Black Panther number 3. This is the first appearance of Ultimate Storm and Ultimate Killmonger. So, not bad. All $1. Then we got X-Force number 6, newsstand. X-Force number 5, newsstand. Only picked them up because they're newsstand. I got Civil War number 4. Civil War number 3. So those were only... They had a couple other issues, but those were like super in bad shape. These are in pretty nice shape. So if I see more of the Civil War, I'll pick it up. Then I bought this because it's a Michael Turner cover, Captain America, Death of Captain America. And then I want to collect this miniseries pretty much to read it. So I know the #1 issue can be expensive, but I went ahead and got #2 for $1. So really cool cover, you know. So the Hood #2. All right. Now I'm going to show maybe some bigger books. Let's do these. Let's do these two first. This is a Batman special edition, but this is the French edition. Like I said, my buddy got, I don't know if I said this, but my buddy got me into the foreign comics. So this is pretty rare to find, and it's in really nice shape. But I just thought it was really cool and how the way it looked. I think this is Batman Special #1, and it's the first appearance of this character. I can't remember what his name is, but you know, it is what it is. Then we got Captain Marvel #13. This is the first appearance of Carol Danvers. Paid $50 for it. I figured it was a pretty good deal. It's a real nice looking 5.0. So don't even know why I graded it a 5.0, but I guess, you know, it does have some wear, but overall, it looks like it's in nice shape. I haven't taken it out yet to inspect it, to see why it's a 5.0, but from the front cover, it looks better than a 5.0. So I got those. All right. And then this is actually one of the books I got at the Motor City Comic Con. They're kind of spread out everywhere because it's been a minute since I've went there. This is a Punisher #10. Awesome cover between Punisher and Daredevil. That cost me $5. This was a $10 find. This is Man-Thing #1. So really cool to grab that, like the #1s. Especially for $10. That's a good deal. Found this for $5 and it's in really, really nice shape. This is Batman The Dark Knight Returns. That famous battle between Superman and Batman. Justice League of America #64. This is the first Silver Age Red Tornado. Picked that up for $10. Couldn't pass that up. It's probably like a mid-grade copy, maybe like a 4 or 5. So really happy to add that to the collection. Found this for actually $1. This is X-Men 277. I have these in these top loaders because I hang them on my wall. And I had this, I had a section where I had famous battle covers. So I just put that in there. This is a Jim Lee cover. And it's Gambit versus Wolverine. So pretty cool. All right. And then to some bigger books. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily a bigger book, but bigger books than $10 a piece. This is Shauna the She-Devil #5. Pretty high grade. It's an 8.0. Grabbed this up for $25. So not too bad on that one. Got Captain Marvel #33. Always love this cover, and I found that for $20. And it's actually in really nice shape. Probably around an 8.0. And then I got this off my buddy. It has some really bad foxing, but Iron Fist 14. As you can see, it's got foxing all over the cover. But he let me have it for $50. And this book for $50 is a great deal, even with the foxing. I've had this book quite a few times, sold it and got it for other things, but really happy to add it back in the collection. And I'm not trying to pay, you know, 200 plus for what this book goes for. So really nice grab there. Then the final book I'm going to show today is I grabbed this, put it back in the collection. This is Silver Surfer #4, iconic cover. I did pay quite a bit of money for this. It was $450. It's a 5.0. I did have a copy before graded, and it was a 3.0. but it had some tape on it. This doesn't have any tape on it, and it's higher grade. It's like a 5.0. But super happy to add that back into the collection. And that's it for now, guys. I'll try to get another haul going here, maybe within the next month. I do have some more books to show, but I'll try to. What I'll do is I go to the comic show in July. So at the latest, it'll be July. Maybe I'll have a haul before then. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to save some money for that and dig in the bins and have enough for a nice haul. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.